Hee Jin wins her injunction. But is Hybe going to give up that easily? NMIXX's viral sound mishap was actually planned. Bad Villain versus Baby Monster, a $16,000 picture, and more on today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And of course, always check out my link tree for important information, resources, and all that jazz. Oh my god, this piece of hair. Stop it. But without further ado, let's get into today's news. After what seemed like an eternity, we finally got the court's ruling on Hee Jin's injunction against Hybe. And it's been reported that the courts have ruled in her favor. So for some context, she filed this injunction against Hybe to prevent them from using their voting rights to dismiss her from her position. And they were planning to do so at an upcoming shareholders meeting, which was actually supposed to be held on May 31st. And the courts did say previously that they would share their ruling before the shareholders meeting. So we are literally the day before, but let's see what the Seoul Central District Court had to say. The reason for Hee Jin's dismissal or resignation claimed by Hybe have not been sufficiently substantiated. While Hee Jin's actions may be considered betrayal to Hybe, it is difficult to say that they constitute actions of breach of trust in regards to Adore. So essentially they're acknowledging that Hybe could consider this a betrayal, but there's been no breach in trust according to them. Essentially, had the court ruled against her, then Hybe would have dismissed her. Probably more than likely they would have dismissed her because that has been their plan. They own 80% of shares in Adore, so they have the upper hand in this. However, this doesn't seem to be the last course of action for Hybe, though they do accept the court's ruling. So let's see what Hybe have to say about this. Our company respects the court's decision regarding the provisional injunction lawsuit filed by CEO Hee Jin and will not exercise voting rights in favor of the dismissal of Inside Director Hee Jin at the upcoming extraordinary meeting of shareholders. Furthermore, as the court has clearly stated in this decision that it is evident that Hee Jin sought ways to weaken Hybe's control over Adore and allow Hee Jin to control Adore independently by either taking NewJeans out of Hybe's control or presenting Hybe to sell its shares in Adore, our company plans to proceed with subsequent steps within the boundaries set by the law. As far as I'm understanding it right now, they only prevented Hybe from dismissing her. And as far as I know, the scope of the law is pretty big, right? So I can imagine there are a lot of options aside from dismissing her that they might potentially want to do. Hee Jin's lawyer also released a statement as well, basically saying that if Hybe did try to dismiss her at the upcoming extraordinary shareholders meeting, that they would have to pay her 14.6 million USD. Let's read the rest of their statement. Since the injunction on May 7th, 2024, Hybe has submitted large amounts of documents 11 times. Hee Jin's representatives responded to this by submitting documents 9 times in which we refuted each claim. Today, the court considered each side before making the decision to grant the injunction. This means the court ruled that Hybe's reckless witch hunt through the media were not correct. Of course, this is her lawyer's statement, so it's going to be heavily in favor of her. I don't personally want to be accused of favoring a side. This is her lawyer's statement, okay? The focal argument in this case is that whether 1, Hybe can disregard the contract in which it states that Hybe will have to use their voting rights to ensure that Hee Jin and Adore's executives will remain for 5 years, and 2, whether Hybe had just cause to fire Hee Jin. The agreement to bind voting rights is agreed on by both Hybe and Hee Jin, therefore it is only right that they abide by it. Hybe rejected this despite it being in clear writing. The court, however, ruled that the wording in the shareholder agreement was clear and ruled against Hybe's agreement. Then on to the point on whether or not Hybe had just cause to fire Hee Jin. The court also rejected Hybe's argument. As such, Hybe has failed to prove there was just cause for her dismissal and is the biggest reason why the injunction was granted. So now we're talking about Hybe's quote-unquote illegal audit. Since Hybe's illegal audit began on April 22nd, 2024, materials obtained illegally by Hybe were released to the public indiscriminately. However, these conversations were maliciously edited to spark a witch hunt against Hee Jin. Hybe failed to provide any evidence to support these claims. So about the maliciously edited conversations, they're talking about YouTubers and bloggers and how they're planning to take legal action against that. Furthermore, we ask that Hybe accept and abide by the ruling for the injunction. If Hybe takes action to terminate Hee Jin and Adore's executives, it would be a clear violation of the shareholder agreement. Also, as there are no grounds for Hee Jin's termination, there are no grounds to dismiss the 2 Adore executives. Therefore, if Hybe were to terminate them, this would mean Hybe has ignored the court's rulings and has terminated them without just cause. Here's what some K-netizens think about the ruling. I'm relieved. Min Hee Jin stay with New Jeans for 100 years. I'm so relieved. LOL, Min Hee Jin fighting. I'm so relieved. Hybe was attacking her without any evidence. I'm so relieved. Those that said there wasn't any chance of her winning didn't know what they were talking about. Min Hee Jin didn't win due to emotions, but her contract. LOL, I knew it due to how crazy Hybe was using media play. I'm getting tears. I'm so relieved. So Hybe literally trashed her because they didn't like her and without good cause. Good. I knew it. LOL. Cinderella wins. Cinderella wins. I'm so relieved. Cinderella wins. I guess some people need to be reminded who was the one using emotional manipulation. So it seems people are bringing up everything that Hybe has quote unquote lost by trying to bring Min Hee Jin down. So somebody made this list and it includes ruining Le Seraphim's image because they weren't invited to any university festivals apparently to perform at, ruining Islet's image because now they're being compared as New Jeans copycat, exposing of Sajiki allegations. So this is chart manipulation where Hybe apparently bulk buys a lot of albums to really help the first week sales. So not true Sajiki apparently, but 1 trillion Korean won, about 730 million USD market capitalization lost. BTS contract renewal after discharge is not transparent. I've seen comments saying that BTS are going to suffer because of this, since Hybe will have to use BTS's money to fix all of this. Even with 80% of Adore shares, they can't kick out Min Hee Jin as they would have to pay her 20 billion Korean won, 14.6 million USD. Breach of trust is not transparent. The Dan World situation. So of course, during this whole thing, they were associated with a alleged cult called Dan World, which to this day I'm still seeing comparisons of like Islet's, first move in Lucky Girl, I think it's Lucky Girl Syndrome, is actually a head massage move that Dan World uses. Like, it's never ending. Which actually the list is never ending as well, it seems. And there's more to this list as well, but here's what some people are saying. I don't know what type of confidence they had to drop all this publicly. Did they think people would side with them because of their influence in media? Their image has hit rock bottom. I'll wonder if they copied someone or how good their singing is every time they release something new, knowing it's these guys behind everything. What was the root cause of this whole situation? Are the shareholders really letting everything get out of hand? Why are they bothering someone that's working hard? It's the most shocking that they made these groups through Sajegi. This is national fraud. Throwing away the market capitalization is all Hybe's fault. They didn't fix anything internally and just used media play and failed. They went overboard with the media play. They brought this upon themselves. So of course I need to point out that not everyone feels this way. There are people of course on Hybe's side, but I think an overall general sentiment that a lot of people have is that it's really unfortunate that all of these groups had to be dragged through this mess. Of course, most notably Le Seraphim and Islet. But with all that said, of course, let me know what you think in the comments. What further action do you think Hybe is really planning? Or do you think things are just slowly going to go back to normal and one day this will just not even be a distant memory? Let me know if you know where that's from. NMIXX recently performed at the Shinhan University and they went viral because their backtrack went out and they just continued singing and dancing perfectly. Let's check out the clip together. It's really beautiful, to be honest. Sound. So as we can clearly hear, I'm trying not to get a copyright claim, okay? But as we can hear, the backtrack just completely goes out and they're just perfectly singing and dancing. So this, of course, went so viral. People have been posting it everywhere, praising the group. I mean, if you know NMIXX, I'm saying this in the most loving way possible, but it's kind of unsurprising. You would expect this from NMIXX. They're known for their vocals. They're known for doing not live, but singing dance practices. Anyways, of course, everyone's praising them for this. Absolutely beautiful. There's just, some groups just don't need an instrumental. Just ban instrumentals for some groups. I wish we could see these types of performances more often, to be honest. However, After this happened, there was speculation, there was a rumor that this was actually planned all along. People claim that NMIXX's sound technical difficulty was all planned. It seems it was posted by a Shinhan University student. NMIXX is already known for being good at live, so this felt unnecessary. I'm just going to reveal a tiny bit of information. The NMIXX technical mishap in the first half was something that was planned as a performance. When the music stopped, everyone in Synergy Zone looked at once, doubting if it was a real mistake. According to the testimony of a faculty member who has served for over 10 years, it was the largest gathering ever in the history of the university. Originally, NMIXX weren't the ones invited, but it was actually supposed to be Shinhan University's first boy group. The identity is a secret. Upon hearing the encore call, Mamoru Solar repeatedly entered and exited the car in front of the door for 10 seconds. I don't know what this has to do with anything. After the stage, the Kugi and Rain, they shared a warm hug. What? The planning director who oversaw everything was only 22 years old. The synergy out that illuminated Synergy Zone was created by a Taekwondo department alumni who stayed up for 2 months. That went to a random place very quickly, but essentially they're just saying like, I have inside information that it was actually planned all along. Here's some comments. What? It's not like it's some irrefutable proof. It's just a post from everytime.krf. NMIXX is talented. So you got jealous? Even if it was faked, they were good. Meanwhile, we know some other people won't be able to pull it off, even though it was planned, right? But can't students also fake posts? Why would you believe this? Huh? But how can people believe this post? What made you believe it? There's nothing certain about this post. And even if it was true, it's not like someone tried to bury it down or someone can use it to bash others to create some virality. There's nothing to hate about. From there, we even got a member on Bubble coming out to say that like the music cutting out was so unexpected, which caused even more confusion on whether or not this was actually planned. You know, did the members know or not? So here's what Bae said on Bubble. The music suddenly cut off. I was so shocked. I was shocked, so I couldn't control my expressions, but I kept moving my body and I just naturally continued singing. Then this comment section's quite different. The kids who think that they really don't know fascinate me. There's no way they didn't know. Lying straight to the fans' faces. Huh? Maybe the members didn't know. They look desperate. This whole ordeal is just dumbfounding. I'm embarrassed. It's possible she didn't know. There's no way they didn't know. My fingers are curling from the cringe. But then we ended up getting an official statement about what happened and how actually it was planned, but the members knew nothing about it. Hello, this is Squad. In order to heat up the atmosphere of the show, we agreed with the university to stage a malfunction with the backtrack as an event. However, in order to create a natural setting, we did not let the NMIXX members know about this beforehand. We apologize for the discomfort guests and fans felt through this performance and will work so hard that this will not happen again in the future. Thank you to everyone who supported the group at the festival, and we apologize once again. Thank you. Some more comments. Seriously, this is such a weird way to make a viral moment. These days, live performances are being all the talks, and I understand they are doing it for a show, but the reaction has been overwhelmingly negative. But let's be honest, it wasn't for the audience. It was just to show off their live singing skills. And you would too if you were NMIXX. People saying live is better than lip syncing are missing the point. Of course, live is 100 times better than lip syncing, but this was a staged performance coordinated between the agency and the school. The criticism is about the fake performance, so why bring up lip syncing? Why does it feel like K-pop is just full of scams these days? Are only scammers doing K-pop now? It's funny that they tried to cover up a sound malfunction at a festival event. How is the song cutting off during the performance supposed to hype up the atmosphere? They just orchestrated this to go viral and make the singer seem good. So with all that, I'd love to know what you think. Do you think it's weird that they staged a sound malfunction? Or do you think good for them for having a viral moment, even if it was planned all along? Let me know in the comments. But in light of this, UKISS is being brought into here. A real reaction to a technical malfunction. I'm always down to have a take back to some second gen melodramatic eyeliner wearing boy group songs. And I love 0330. So apparently the recording was over and they were planning to leave the stage, but the song played again. So this is their reactions to this, not that the sound cut off or anything. Please tell me some of you know this song. I do love his facial expression though. Beautiful too. Oh, and then Neverland. You hear that instrumental? The fact that he kneeled down because he was so done was too freaking funny. That was the typical like melodramatic second gen thing to do. You drop to your knees. Who's falling to their knees to do high notes anymore? I'm dying for a K-pop boy group to bring back this level of melodrama. I need it so badly. Anyways. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. I've heard a lot about this group, Badilin apparently plagiarizing Baby Monster, so I thought we could check out the evidence for ourselves. So here we have it. Upcoming girl group accused of plagiarizing Baby Monster before debuting. Okay, so they're teaser photos. Oh, it's the silhouette red background, isn't it? Okay. 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 Okay, so the sound is exactly the same, right? But then the recent teaser picture. So here's Bad Villain. Still Bad Villain versus Baby Monster. I mean, the styling is quite similar, I would say. Is that really Baby Monster's logo? I've never seen that before. Is that new? So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Do you think it's just a stretch or do you think the similarities are fishy? So next up, we have a lot of people talking about this fan who apparently spent $16,000 to take a couple pictures with NCT's Mark. So here's the pictures in question. Is it like a Polaroid on top of everything? Like not even like high quality 4K images. Anyways, a Polaroid for around 20 million won. It's surprising that such a level of skinship is allowed. From what I've seen in past photo events, the most you could do is maybe a hand heart. Where's the source though that says it was $16,000? But anyways, 4 members were kicked out of one of the biggest K-pop groups right now, and nobody's talking about it. So a lot of people are joking about how aespa were kind of pushed to the side. Do we remember when aespa debuted and they were kind of promoted as going to have like 8 members, kind of? Like everyone thought that aespa were going to be a much bigger part in aespa than they actually ended up being. So meanwhile, it's clear that they got kicked out of the group today. They haven't shown their faces since pre-release. They were locked into the storage room for a while now, and today aespa's full album came out and they didn't participate at all. If they were dividing their salary over N until now, it would have been legendary. I think that they won't be coming anymore. I feel like they really got into a scandal. SM isn't known for hiding someone and just quietly kicking them out. To be fair, we did actually see aespa in better things. There was a whole music video surrounding them, right? Though they looked a little different. They looked a lot different. But here are some comments. Weren't they so poor that they couldn't even change their clothes? As are successful even without them, so why must they be here? The kids who are OT8 are the only ones sad about this. Not OT8! We haven't seen their faces on music shows at all, and don't they have 0 part distribution either? Other members are filming CFs and attending events, so if they divide earnings by N, then they really have no shame. I just wish they withdraw and leave soon. They should add Navis as a new member instead. Meh. Anyways, the Mize are all OT for Ake, so do we even need them anymore? I wonder if the fans of the I members will still be fans. It's hilarious how everyone is so serious about this here. So let me know in the comments, do you miss aespa? And why do you think they were just slowly pushed away? There's this video of a couple getting engaged in front of Yeonjun of TXT. So I've been on TikTok and I've been seeing all the send-off videos from TXT. And just check this one out. Did he say, oh shit? So I've been seeing that video going around. And then I just wanted to share this TikTok. Nar! Okay, it was a clip of Yeosang with like the chicken in their work teaser video. And then it was Camila Cabello's song like, you say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste. And it's him eating chicken. It was really funny. You had to have been there. I'm getting so annoyed. You give like an app an inch and they take a mile. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. You're just like, okay, give me some a couple updates, and they send you like 20 updates a day. I didn't ask for any of this. So let's move on to our K-pop song of the day, which is Woke Up by XG. So I actually am going to be talking about this song in my end of month review that is going to be posted this week. Wait for that, but let's talk a bit about it. I do have to tell this story just in case you don't watch the end of month review, but I hope you watch it. I swear to God, I thought the title of the song was Woke Up. I did, like, you know, politically woke up. I really didn't think there was any way on earth that they would actually talk anything about politics, but you know how songs can be sometimes, or they just have a title that has nothing to do with anything. But I thought it was like politically woke up, you know, which doesn't make sense, but hey, who am I to judge? I swear to God. Then I heard woke up looking like this, and I'm like, they mean physically waking up. It was, anyways, that's what I thought the title was. Fix my hair, fix my makeup on the way. I think it just sounds really cool. Are you catching my drift though? Catch me in Tokyo, something, something. Are you catching my drift though? My first thought was that movie, Tokyo Drift. I don't remember, but it was really popular. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. I love that part. It's my favorite. Woke up looking like this, so don't get under my skin. Woke up looking like this, like this, like this, like this. I would say it's not generally the style of song that I'm super into, but I like it. What can I say? Mother wolf, so don't make fun of my kids. Not the mother wolf. Anyways, this is our K-pop song of the day, even though it's not technically K-pop, but sue me. I don't know. Woke up looking like this. Woke up. Woke up. So that's basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with the friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm going to get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Our company respects the court's decision regarding the provisional. Our company respects the court's decision regarding the... I wasn't screen recording. It's the most shocking that they made these groups through Sajegi. This is national fraud. It's the most shocking that they made these groups through Sajegi. This is national fraud. This is national fraud.